Cybersecurity interviews are weird because they test how you think, how you explain, and how you handle pressure in real time. You can read guides, watch videos, and rehearse answers in your head, but the moment someone else is staring back at you on Zoom and says, "Walk me through a time you handled an incident," everything suddenly feels different. Your heart rate goes up and your solo practice disappears. That gap of skill is exactly why practicing with real people matters so much. When you practice with real people, you're forced to react. Just like in an actual interview, someone can ask follow-up questions you did not expect, look confused when your explanation is way too technical, or push you a bit when your answer is vague. That experience does a few things for you. It shows you where you are unclear and it gives you reps fixing it on the spot. Over time, you start to notice patterns. I always ramble here. I lose them when I say this. Or the story lands really well when I say it this way. You simply cannot get that kind of feedback loop talking to a mirror. Another big reason real practice works better is confidence. Not fake, but the quiet certainty you feel after you have done something many times in realistic conditions. If you have already answered, "Tell me about yourself," in front of 10 different people and survived, the 11th time when it is a real hiring manager, it doesn't feel like a life or death moment anymore. You have already stumbled and improved in a safe environment. That takes so much pressure off because your brain thinks, "I have already done this before and I can do it again." There is also the human element. Real people give you signals that help you improve. You can see when their eyes light up because your story is strong, or when they squint because you dove in highly technical. You hear questions like, "Wait, what does that mean?" Or, "So, what was the impact?" And those become your clues on how to improve the next time. Alone, you might think your explanation is clear, but with people, you find out whether it actually lands. That is the difference between "I think I'm ready" and "I know I can handle this." And honestly, there is one more thing no one admits. Practicing with people makes you feel less alone in the process. Cybersecurity can be intimidating, and interviews on top of that can feel brutal. When you practice in a small group or with a community, you see others struggling with the same things, rambling, freezing, going too technical, underselling themselves. You realize it is not that bad. You are bad at communication. You just haven't had enough real reps yet. That shift from "something is wrong with me" to "I just need more practice" is the right environment, is huge. So if you're tired of bombing interviews you know you should be crushing, or feeling like you are always one step behind because you cannot say what is in your head clearly, practicing with real people is the upgrade. Not another course, not another PDF, but live reps, real feedback, and a safe space to get better before it counts. That is how you turn knowledge into clear, confident communication that actually gets you hired.